When I was a kid and I'd get in trouble, my mother would sometimes send me to my room and say, "Now you go and think about what you've done." Well, at Pisgah's Child Development Ministry, a lot of the classes are equipped with its very own thinking chair. It's where kids go when they need to take a break from being around the rest of the children so they can stop and think about what they've done. This is the consequence for not following the rules. Friends, I have to confess, if these things were around when I was in preschool, I would have spent a lot of time in the thinking chair because I was never a big fan of following the rules. According to my parents, if there was a line to be crossed, I'd put one toe over it just to prove that I could and to see how much I could get away with. The fact of the matter is, I didn't like being told what to do. And you know something? I'm not sure anybody does. I mean, it's one thing to tell kids what to do. They don't like it, but they're used to it. But adults? That's another story. I mean, who are you to tell me what I can and cannot do? The last time I checked, this is a free country. As long as we're not breaking any laws, according to the Declaration of Independence, we are endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights. And among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So what gives you the right to mandate me to do anything? Needless to say, in this day and time, when we hear the word mandate, we immediately think of masks. That is, after all, the big debate that's been going on for the better part of the year, isn't it? Some folks believe that following the CDC guidelines, everyone should be made to wear masks to keep us safe from COVID-19. On the other hand, there are those who feel they have the right and freedom to choose whether or not they, and especially their children, should wear this annoying piece of cloth that keeps fogging up my glasses. And as a United States citizen, I think they make a good point. No one can mandate us to wear a mask, get a vaccine, or do anything that infringes on our ability to live, to be free, or to be happy. We are Americans, and thanks to the men and women of our armed services, some of whom gave the ultimate sacrifice to establish and protect our freedom, we have the right to make our own choices. Around 2,000 years ago, as the early church was being established in Galatia, they too were debating a particular mandate that some were trying to impose on new believers, namely circumcision. On this matter, Paul made it quite clear in the 5th chapter of Galatians, "For freedom Christ has set us free. Stand firm, therefore, and do not submit again to the yoke of slavery." In other words, you don't have to be circumcised or follow any other mandates. Thanks to Jesus, who has given the ultimate sacrifice, you've been set free. So you see, we have the freedom not only as Americans, but as Christians. It says so right there in the Bible that no one can tell us to wear masks or mandate us to do anything else. We are free. But not so fast. St. Paul didn't stop there. His letter goes on to say, "For we were called to freedom, brothers and sisters, only do not use your freedom as an opportunity for self-indulgence, but through love become slaves to one another. For the whole law is summed up in a single commandment. You shall love your neighbor as yourself." So yes, we are free. We aren't mandated to do anything. But just because we're free, it doesn't mean that we should do whatever makes us happy. In fact, freedom in Christ means that we are free to choose to be slaves to one another through love. We are free to put the wants and needs of others before our own. We are free to keep others safe, even if that means we are uncomfortable. We are free to give up our rights and our need to be right for the sake of our sisters and brothers. So friend, while we may not be mandated to wear a mask, you are commanded to love your neighbor. I'm Pastor Stephen Mims, and that's your word for Wednesday. May God bless you.